Hey, what's up guys, this is Saga Dig, and I'm going to be making a tutorial on how to make your own homemade fingerboard today. These are some homemade ones that I've already made. This is personally the one I like the best. It's got the highest flicks. This is another one that's almost the same, but this one is a lot wider. And then this is the first one I ever made. It's messed up and I didn't really spend time sanding that, as you can see. The other ones are nicely sanded and they're all 5 plies. The things you're going to need to make them is veneer, birch plywood aircraft wood is what I'm using right now. The suggested glue that I would say is Titebond 2 wood glue. Works really well. And then for the wood glue, you're gonna need this. Well, I put the glue in this, and I use this little sponge dab thing that you can probably buy at the same store that you're buying glue. You just spread it, spread it onto the wood, like that. You're gonna need a drill and a 1/8 drill bit and a 1/16 drill bit. A 1/16 drill bit is to actually drill the hole where the screws will be going through, and the 1/8 is for countersinking at the very top so that the screws can go all the way through the board. For me, my mold is 2 Tech-Techs. And what I do is I put them on top of each other like that, and then put the 5 plies of wood, once they're all glued and cut out and stuff, like that, in between, and then clamp them down. If you want to change the flicks of a Tech-Tech like I do, you're going to need a lighter. I personally changed them so that the flick is a lot higher now than what it would have been, which changes it to make the flick of the actual fingerboard a lot higher, which I like a lot more. I actually have one in a mold right now, as you can see. Things that you're going to need for the actual making, after you have everything cut out, is these. These clamps are really good. Put those on the end, and then one big clamp I use to clamp the whole thing down, and these little paper clip kind of things you can use too. I just put them on the edges right there, that part, to make sure all the wood stays together well. Other ways you can do it is you can get lots of these and put 3 on each side of the middle part too, but I didn't have that many, so I just used this one big clamp. As you might be able to see there's 2 Tech-Techs on top of each other, and the aircraft wood is on the inside. So what you're going to want to do to start the molding process is you take the Tech-Techs, and with a pencil you would mark up how wide or how much wood you want. I usually use a little bit more than needed so that you can put it all on top of each other and cut it out later and have enough room for mistakes. And then so once you do that, once you cut everything out, you'd take the Titebond, you'd put it into the bucket, and you would use this sponge to spread it over the wood. And you spread it over one side, and then put another piece on, that's 2 plies, and spread out glue on the top of that one, and put that piece of aircraft wood on, which is 3 plies. Do it again, that's 4. Do it again, and then that's 5. And I only use 5 plies, so that's 5 plies. And that would take up about half of the piece of aircraft wood. I have 2 right here, right now. And then after that, you take these 2 Tech-Techs, put the wood in between, put this on top, clamp it down with these on the nose and the tail, and then you can either use one big clamp for the middle part, or you can use lots of these red ones. And then after that, I personally just put these little ones on the edges so that they stay nice and together. And after that, once the mold is fully out, well, this one isn't done yet, but I'll take it out anyways for you guys. This one's not fully done yet. It's only been in for a few hours. I'd personally leave the molds in for about 12 hours, or do it before you go to bed and then sleep over it. This is what it's going to look like. It's not going to be, it's not going to come out in a fingerboard shape. It's just going to come out exactly like that. You can still see the flicks and everything, all that. It's just that it's squared off like this. Oh, got a little spot right there. But, okay, so then once you have that, after you've done all the steps, you take a tech deck, and what I do is I outline the tech deck, and then cut kind of close to that. I outline the tech deck and cut like maybe half a centimeter away from that line, but just roughly. And then I take a piece of sandpaper and I just go like this against it, and rub against it, and go like that for the flicks, and round it out until I like it perfectly. I like it kind of rounded like that. That's a little bit wider than the tech deck is. So then you round it all down. And then you're going to take this 1/8 drill bit, and how you drill the holes is you take a tech deck, and then you clamp it on how you like it, like where you want the holes to be all level and stuff. And then you take the 1/16 and drill through the holes like that, and then you'll have the holes. And once you have all the holes, you take this back off again. Then you have this with the holes in it. And you're going to take this 1/8 and then just countersink a little bit in. Just go, just like a little tiny bit for the countersinking holes. And then that'll be fine so you can fit it in. And then you can see right here on the tech deck how, well, this goes in so you don't really see it. But on a fingerboard, once you have your holes that will look like that, like 4 holes, you're going to want to countersink in right about there in between the bottom 2 holes just a little bit, because tech deck trucks have a piece right there that goes in a little bit. I don't know if you've noticed that before on trucks, but you can see how it has a little piece, little metal piece in between the holes, and that goes in. So when you're drilling it, you need to take a 1/8 and drill in a little bit for that. And then you'll have the tech decks, and then you'll have the holes, and you should clear coat this whole thing and sand it down. Make sure everything's nice and smooth. And once you have it how you like it, and just clear coat the whole thing if you want, make any designs on it, and you'll have a wood fingerboard. And then you can set it up like this. I put rip tape on this one, I put grip tape on this one, whatever. And here you can see the holes, and then once those are drilled in, you'll have a perfectly good fingerboard like this. I really like them personally. I really like homemade fingerboards. They're nice for me. They got for pop, just like you can hear it right there. You can hear the pop of the board. It's really nice sounding.